Hello, everyone. This is Austin Bateman. I'm here with my buddy Andrew Bowen, who is also a great insurance resource. I've been doing a lot of videos to help my buyers and my sellers through this pandemic, but I thought I'd also remind everyone that because we have time, let's also take a look at our insurance. So, Andrew, go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit more.
Thanks, Austin. My name's Andrew. I've been working in insurance for a year and a half. It's a very interesting industry, and right now it's a good time to shop because we got a lot of time, and insurance takes a little more than 5 minutes.
Wow, 15 minutes or less, right?
Exactly.
That's good. So, people are probably thinking, homeowners insurance just because I'm in real estate, but you do insurance for a lot of stuff. So what other types of insurance can you provide?
Good question. My office, we offer auto, home, life, disability, and a couple health policies. You can have a conversation with me and we can explain everything in 10 minutes. But in general, most people have an idea what home insurance and auto insurance can do for you.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, when I get my buyers to the point where they even need to look at homeowners insurance, a lot of them don't call people though. You said to give me a call, and I think that's the best way to figure out what you need with anything. But a lot of people tend to go online first, and why might that not be a good idea to go online or call someone instead?
So when people go online and write their own quote, they are often just trying to get the lowest price possible. And they may not
Yeah.
understand what coverages they're selecting. And there's a lot of aspects to home insurance that a team rep or an agent would know how to ask and what to ask. If you're going online, you're just going to pick the cheapest company, and that might not work out for you in the end.
No, that's a good point. Quick side story. I was quoting out insurance on my own. I thought that I had, decent coverage, and I thought I had a really solid rate, and I was overpaying. So then I went online trying to find something cheaper, and I did. And then I had Andrew help me compare those and realized it was not a level of coverage that I was comfortable with. Actually, Andrew helped me get a lower rate by about $94 less a month for what I consider better coverage than what I had. So there's a little testament to Andrew's ability.
I would agree that it is definitely better coverage
Yeah,
for 10 different reasons.
at the very least 10, yeah. So, and that was car insurance. And Andrew obviously can do many other things, but I do want to lean more towards homeowners insurance just for right now, Andrew. So, what are those things that buyers should be looking for on their homeowners insurance?
Number one, you definitely want to have 100% replacement cost. Actual cash value is not something you want to see on your declaration page or binder. 100% replacement cost means if the house burns to the ground, we will rebuild it as close as possible, exactly what it used to look like. Um, we don't care if your roof is old, we're going to replace it. Actual cash value, you have a 20-year roof, I'm sorry, it's 20 years old. Most companies with actual cash value are not going to even touch that roof because it was at the end of its use. You were going to have to pay for it yourself the next year. In that case, you're kind of SOL. Um, Another part of homeowners insurance that a lot of people overlook is loss of use and dwelling extensions. They're two different things. The loss of use is how much money is allocated if the house does burn down or if it's a total loss. That is living expenses for the next year. You want this to be at least $50,000. That's going to replace your clothing, it's going to pay for food and your lodging. Um, and another thing is the dwelling extension. If the cost of materials goes up over time, which it's just how life works, you have say $500,000 to rebuild your home. Well, your extension is going to be 50,000. And if timber, the price shoots up, it's going to be more expensive, and it's going to be more than $500,000 to rebuild that house. So it's a little buffer. There are also endorsements that most homeowners have on their policies. There is, with one company, it's called backup of sewer and drain. Other companies call it sump pump coverage. You want to make sure, especially in Michigan, especially in Southeast Michigan, that you have this coverage, and it will essentially cover 10% or 20% of your home's replacement cost value to repair damage done to the home and to replace damaged items. Due to, when we have this all the time, it rains a bunch, your sump pump's going to back up, and you're going to have a couple inches of water in the basement. Not every company offers that. Definitely check for that.
That's a really good one, especially here in Michigan. Some of the local markets that I work in, Oak Park, Berkeley,
Yeah.
infamous for this problem. So it's great.
Yeah, Royal Oak, Clawson, Berkeley. We dealt with it 5 years ago, and it's going to happen again. That's how it works.
I hate to tell my clients that. Yeah, that's absolutely right. I say I have a buyer moving from Oklahoma right now, and we're about to do the inspection. And one of the things I had to prep her with was, look, this is a house in Michigan. Odds are it's seen water, and it probably will again. So if it's not currently leaking, just expect it to. And it's something weird, but that's good. That's a great piece of advice. So quick highlight, obviously you want 100% replacement cost, right?
Yep,
no one wants to
absolutely.
build a $100,000 house after they just lost a $200,000 house.
Exactly.
You also added a dwelling extension. All right. And
Yep,
then
just a little
back up.
buffer.
And then you want to make sure you have enough personal property protection in there as well.
Absolutely. Most companies just have a simple formula. It would be 50 or 60% of what that home estimated replacement cost is. Normally, most people don't have to worry about that or increase it. Your pots, pans, clothes, couches, they'll be taken care of.
Yeah. $2,000 4K TVs, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting off topic. So, with what's happening in the world right now, the global pandemic of COVID-19, especially here in Michigan with the stay at home, we mentioned people have more time. So take the time now to shop around, especially if you can't be out in the market the way you want to looking for homes. So shop around and take care of the insurance you're currently paying for. But is insurance affected by this at all, Andrew?
Yes and no. Everything's affected. Right now, throughout all the companies, it seems that most people are keeping their same rates. No one is increasing or decreasing the actual calculations of stuff, but we are doing refunds or rebates or discounts. Everyone seems to be getting 10 to 30% off their bill for about 2 months, and that may extend. We'll find out. But rates are staying the same. Claims are down. There are, in my office, the claims about half of what we're usually used to, because people aren't driving. And when we're not driving, we're not putting ourselves at risk, and we don't have any need to make a claim. We also have some options that if people need to save some money, we're stuck at home. You can put your vehicle, if you own it, it's not if it's a lease or a loan, but if you own your vehicle, you can put it in storage coverage, which can cost $5 to $20 per month, and it's protected by theft, fire, vandalism. You can't drive it,
Wow.
but you're going to save 50, $100, whatever you're paying. It's going to be slashed.
No, that's great, because we don't know how long we're going to be in this predicament. We don't know how much longer we're going to be at home and not driving a car. So for multiple car households, and for people who aren't essential workers either, putting all the other cars except for one for an emergency might save you a ton of money.
Absolutely.
Hundreds. Now, there was one other part that we had talked about off camera, which was life insurance.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me that there are people that are adding riders to new, not existing, but new life insurance policies that do not cover COVID-19. Is that true?
So what's going on right now is an existing life insurance policy. If it's an old life insurance policy, COVID should be covered. It's a disease. In the future, there's going to be more information as this goes. We're going to see, what the real mortality rate is. I could see it not being included or it needing a rider. But as of right now, if you've had life insurance, COVID-19 should be covered. It's a disease.
Well, that's actually really good to know, though. I'm sure there are a lot of
Absolutely.
people, that are taking the time to price all this stuff out. Maybe they're just now thinking about it with all the sad news out there. And it's definitely something to consider. So you provide a ton of different coverage options, right?
Yeah.
Which is great. And I encourage everyone watching this video, one, to take the time to shop for rates right now for anything.
Mhm.
Andrew, you were telling me that it's very easy to change policies. So why don't you explain that just a tad?
Yeah. Any insurance policy you have, you can cancel it at any time, and you will get a refund of any unused premium. It's a state law. You'll get that money within 14 days. Canceling and starting a policy is super easy. All you have to do is call and say, hello, I would like to cancel. And you might get a little pushback or a couple questions, but they're going to cancel your policy if you ask. To start a policy, all you got to do is call, make sure you answer all the questions they ask. You yourself ask the right questions too. Try to be an educated shopper. Make sure you're getting the right thing.
I
But
think you helped with that.
I did my best, and it's really easy. You always want to work with a professional. If I'm going to buy a house, I'm calling you. I'm not just going to go out on my own. You are the expert. You know what to ask. You know what to look for. You got to talk to the right person. You got to have the right information.
I mean, like you said at the beginning, you could be a 5 or 10 minute call depending on how much insurance you need, what you're looking at.
Mhm.
But the takeaway from all this, and thank you for helping us, Andrew, is take the time to shop the rates right now. Don't trust the online calculators. Call
Do not.
someone. Call Andrew here. Um,
Absolutely.
people do this for a living because they're experts, they're professionals, they know what to ask and they know how to help you. So take the time while we have it to shop around and trust the professionals to do it. Andrew, anything else to wrap up here, man?
A couple short things. When you're looking for insurance, don't go to a lead provider. Don't click on any ads online. Go to Google, put in your zip code, and search for the popular 5 agencies. We don't need to say who. You guys know who they are. Zip code, name of the company, and call your closest agent. Call the brick and mortar stores. There's going to be an agent there and a staff who knows what they're doing. They will be able to get you a legitimate quote, and your phone is not going to blow up.
Mm.
Just ask questions and don't worry about price. Have a good relationship with the person you're on the phone with. Know it's a reputable company. And if company A is $5 more a month and you had a good conversation with the person, go with that company. The relationship is very important. Just like with a realtor. I want to make sure I know this person who's going to be helping me make the biggest investment in my life.
Absolutely. Andrew, again, thanks for being on here, man. It
Thanks,
was a
Austin. I'm
pleasure. This will be
glad I could
very, very
help.
helpful. Awesome,
Yeah.
man.
If anyone
We'll
has
see
any
ya.
questions, just reach out.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and plug your information, and then I'll also put it in the comments.
Yeah, you can call me at 248-291-6504 and just ask for Andrew, and I'd love to help you out.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew. Have a good day.
Thanks, Austin. Talk to you later.